Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, we're here to continue this reading from yesterday about music industry, the Jews, the um, the Muslims, and their big questions, the big questions involving all this. Okay, so yesterday we covered the pop music part, we covered the Muslims, and we covered the Jews. What God wanted us to know about those three elements when it comes to the music and the money and the love that they're used to getting from their fans, their supporters, those who pay for the music. Okay, so if you want to know what that was all about, go and watch part one. Okay, but today we're here to do part two. So in part two, we're gonna be covering the big questions. Dance hall. Okay, let me not get too excited because God be surprising us sometimes. But it would be interesting to know what God wants us to know about dancehall when it comes to this subject. And then we're going to cover the 144,000. So we're going to cover the big questions. Hopefully we can get them all done today. If not, we'll come back to the dancehall and the 144,000. So this is all related. Okay. So without further delay, Most High God, if there's anybody trying to interfere with this reading, please block them so we can receive the messages that you brought us here to receive. Do step in and deliver your messages to we, your children. Your children, your children. Okay, so we're going to be covering the big questions. Let's see what God wants us to know as it pertains to the big questions when it comes to this subject, talking about the money and the pop music and the Muslims and the Jews. And we did cover some of the big questions yesterday, because some of the big questions yesterday, it's like the musicians were wondering, like, how come they're not being loved the way that they used to be loved? How come sales and things like that are not up like they used to be? How come things have changed so dramatically? Okay, so that was one question. Um, the Jews, I don't know, maybe their big question was what the hell is going on, because as it pertains to our children and these savage beasts that they made. When I say they made, basically is these Jews who are at the top of the corporations, the music corporation and all these other corporations that dictate who these artists are going to be, how they dress, who they marry, what they spend their money on, how much money they get, where they go to tour, where they're not to tour, what they're not allowed to put in their music, what crappy lyrics or lines they're allowed to put in their music, shit like that. They made these our stars into, they're trying to make our stars into scum. And yeah, they want to know, well, what's my child doing with this rapper? What's my son doing with this rapper? How come they're so close? What's my daughter doing with this rapper? How come they're so close? I don't like this closeness. So God revealed to us what that was all about yesterday. And then as it pertains to the Muslims big question was, kind of like, who are these people, meaning the rappers and stuff? Why are they doing these things? Like, where 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 do they get this mindset from to be producing this type of stupid music? And so the Muslims end up judging these stars, thinking that what they see is exactly who these stars are, not knowing that it's the Jews behind the screen that are telling these stars what to say and what not to say, and who to be and how to be, and all this nonsense, okay? And unfortunately, some of our stars, they have fallen for this because they're getting paid, and because they didn't really know the gravity or the seriousness, the destruction that could come about as a result of them portraying themselves to the public as these vile things that they are not. Some of them were cool to take the money because they didn't think that it would be a big deal in it. So it's like, yeah, I'll pretend to be a hoe. I'll take the money to pretend to be a hoe. I mean, I'm not a hoe for real, but I can promote that because they're thinking that, yeah, I'm just feeding my family. This is how I make my money. This is what I do. But the truth is, that's not who they really are, is it? So when it comes to our stars, our pop music stars and our rappers and all that, don't believe everything that you see. What you see is not who they actually are. And God was saying to the Muslims, well, it's best if you kind of not judge them, because your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Meaning these people that you're looking down on, thinking that what you see is what you get, they just might be a blessing to you in the future. So do not cut off your blessing by judging the book by its cover. Read the book, okay? Because you know, when it comes to Muslims, they take their religion very seriously. But I mean, God is the God of everyone. Allah is the God of everyone. Jesus is the God of everyone. Whatever God you believe in is the God of everyone. So if your God is the God of everyone, then we need to be keeping an open mind about everyone. It don't mean you have to accept everything, but at least don't be so quick to judge. Right? I mean, we do it anyway, but when you remember, don't be so quick to be judgy. Okay? So today we continue the big question. So let's find out what it is that God wants us to know as it pertains to the big questions energy. What else, I should say, does God want us to know as it pertains to the big questions? So let's see. So where do we find the answer most high? The big questions. Okay. course I haven't had breakfast. Don't be silly. I got my coffee though. That's almost done. Okay, so the subject matter concerning the big questions. Let's see. We've got the Nine of Spring. It says, protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. Because I mean, nobody goes into business for the business to get shut down or for the business to suffer losses. You go into business for profit, right? But if you have a great product, you don't have to work hard to sell the product because the product will sell itself. And the people who indulge in your product, they'll sell your product for you because it's all a matter of word of mouth, recommendation, pass it on, like, subscribe, and share. That shit will all happen by itself if your product is good. That's the first thing. So if you want to protect the fruits of your labors, this boiler has been doing some weird things for the last 3-4 days now. And why has nobody taken up our garbage bin? Why y'all keep leaving our garbage? Are you trying to piss us off? Because it's not going to work, you know. I'm just like, y'all so petty. I'm talking to Mr. and Mrs. World Domination, the enemies of my progress. Y'all so petty. And y'all sending, what's that thing called? The collection agency yesterday as soon as I came off of the live, telling all the pop stars and the rappers and whatnot, y'all need to go independent and let that motherfucking music industry monster that these Jews and their affiliates have created crumble to the ground, crash and burn. As soon as I came off, I got a message. Collection agency, let me tell y'all something. The whole case is bogus against me. You see me? So, whatever y'all want to do, do it because I know that God is not going to have it. When you do whatever you do to me thinking you have a legitimate case, just know that your case that you really have is with the Most High God. And God don't need no witness because God saw everything that you people did to crash my businesses, to crash the one business and not let the other one even launch. Okay? And that made me not able to pay my rent. And so here we are. I'm in £700 debt. Who the hell has a £700 debt? When people get into debt, they get into debt for thousands. So that's to show you what type of citizen I am. Okay? £700 is fucking peanuts. Sand grains. Bullshit. That's all you got on me? Make you feel good? Anywho, back to the big question. So the big question is all about how do I protect the fruits of my labors and prepare for the possible challenges that lie ahead? How do I conserve my fortunate environment? And a lot of the answers came out yesterday when we were talking about the pop music section. As a matter of fact, that whole video yesterday had little tidbits of golden nuggets here, there, and everywhere. So I do suggest that you listen to the whole thing if you really care about the conservation of your financial environment, your social environment, your business environment as a musician, right? I'm sure there's things in there that you can learn something from. Okay, so let's continue. It's all about protecting the fruits of your labors. Because like I said, you stars, you have your own fan base now. You don't need these Jews. You don't need these people behind you. You don't need no boss. You've been in the game for long enough. You've learned a lot. And you should be able to launch your own thing by now. Now is not time for you to roll over and die and think, oh, my career is done. Now it's time for you to launch your own thing. Now it's time for you to actually reap the fruits of your own labors, where you've been working and other people been reaping the bulk of the fruits of your labor. It's time for you to get what's rightfully due to you. And you won't get it if you quit now. Take care of your health. Take care of your voice. Take care of your mental health. Take care of your family, your support system. Take care of those who love you, and do what you must so that you continue to get their support. Take care of your fans by connecting with your fans again. How do you do that? That's for you to figure out. Okay? You don't need these giants behind you anymore, because they're not good for you. They were never good for you. But you paid a price to learn the game. So now you can establish your own formula for distributing and performing, writing, and all the elements that are necessary for you to continue to have a successful career without the monster that was on your back. And these Jews, there is no protection of no fruits of no labors for you. You've already reaped where you did not sow. Okay? What you sow into these people was the least, and you got the most. And that's it. No more for you. You need to go find another job. Your slaves quit. All of them. Slave master. Go find a job. How many years these Jews been sitting down and reaping the bulk from the star's hard work? Almost every star, if not every star, have the same complaint. We're not making as much money as you think we are. We're being cheated out of what's rightfully ours. The last person that I heard with a complaint like that was Angie Stone. Angie Stone say, what is it? Universal Music hasn't been paying her royalties. She said she was wondering, well, where's my money? Aren't I supposed to have like residuals coming in from all my hard work over these years? So she find out that Universal Music hasn't been paying her royalties. And here what she said the problem is. She's working with a company who is supposed to copyright her music and register her music for her royalties to come to her. She claims said that the company that she was working through, they didn't register her songs properly, and that's the reason why she isn't receiving her what do you call it? Her royalties. She said that the company that she's working with did not register her music properly with Universal Music, and that is the reason why she isn't receiving her royalties. So basically what they did in this situation was, me personally, I believe that Universal Music has everything to do with the fact that this company Angie Stone was working through didn't register the music properly. Because if this is your profession, how could you not register her music properly for her to receive her royalties. That sound like something that was deliberately done to me. That don't sound like no honest mistake. That sound like a trick that they use to steal the money from the artists, so the artists never really reap the benefits that they should from their art. And if they keep money out of the artist's hands, they basically hold the artist back from ever going independent or ever making any other business strides that could bring financial independence to them. So to me, whoever this company is that Angie Stone signed up with, who was tasked to register her songs with Universal Music, they're working with Universal Music, so they probably got a cut from whatever Angie Stone royalties was for sabotaging Angie Stone in the first place. If I'm wrong, me wrong, but that sound like it makes sense to me. Okay, I'm saying what Angie Stone said, and I'm saying the sense that I got from it. Because I know that these slave masters, Universal Music and everybody else who received the bulk of the money from the work of these artists, they don't want to lose. And as much money as they can siphon from every artist, that's what they're going to do in every way that they can, because they're greedy. They are evil people. That's what evil people do. So in order to understand the evil man, you have to be able to think like the evil man. So now, if Angie Stone wanted to sue anybody, which Angie Stone is now deceased, mysteriously. I don't know how that story they go. Should I do a reading on it? I don't know. But if Angie Stone wanted to sue anybody right now for this, you know whose face is going to be like at the front of it? The company that supposed to register her songs. So Universal Music covered themselves by putting this scapegoat in front. So now Universal Music can look like we're saints. We run a very legitimate business here. But if I was a betting woman, I would bet that Universal Music and this company is in collaboration with each other, and this was not a mistake, and this is something that's probably done to many artists. It's a way of getting around the legal parameters. Universal Music hold their hands up. Look, my hands are clean. Really. You can fool the people, but you can't fool God. And I pray to God that all these artists who have been treated so wrongly for so long, I pray that they don't give up on life. I pray that they learn how to get out from your grips and start their own thing and let your shit crumble to the ground, crash and burn. That's why I pray for them. I pray that they receive what is rightfully due to them. I pray that they get a second wind. And that this time, the bulk of their money for their efforts go to them, the artist, the star, the one who is actually doing all the work. Because if a star go out on stage and they're crappy, they won't be able to pull a crowd. No manager is going to want to manage them. No venues, no establishments are going to want to hire them. So if the star doesn't perform and do well, the business fail completely. So all of you managers and agents and fucking lawyers and whoever else that's a part of the team that think that y'all are so important that you deserve the larger chunk of these people money, a fuck your chat. Nonsense. Lies. That's bullying. That's thievery. That's wrong. Fuck off. You see me? I tell you people long time, you know. I you know want me in the game, you know. Trust me. Because if I step into that music industry, I'm not coming in there to be a muppet or a puppet for anybody. Y'all not gonna like me. All the evil people them in there not gonna like me. Because wrong is wrong. Fuck off. Don't come vampire upon me. Go get a fucking second job like every other struggling person in a society. The only money you gonna get from me is what I feel your role is rightfully due. If you not fucking do nothing, there's no way that you should make more money than me. I am the fucking business as the star. I am the fucking business. I am the motherfucking brand. I put money in your rascal pocket. I am the fucking boss. Y'all not gonna flip this fucking shit upside down and give me the lease. And you take the most. Fuck off with that. So these secret society people had been trying so hard to include me into the music business. Include who? To do what? Y'all don't want me in there. Trust me. Because everything that's going wrong, I gonna go right. At least where I am concerned. Don't fuck with me. Don't play with me. Because what I don't know, I'm willing to learn so I can do it for myself. I can book my own events. Me don't need no manager. Me don't need no stylist. Me don't need no agent. A good product sell itself. People will call me wanting to book me. My agent, me not have no agent. Nobody have to go out there and look no work for me. Only in the beginning when I'm trying to get myself out there. But after a while, the business is supposed to take care of itself. People supposed to be requesting me. I'm supposed to be turning away people because I'm only one person. And that make me valuable. So pay me what I'm worth. And let me go about my business. All these extra fucking expenses, all these extra people, they're not necessary. Y'all need to go find some other job to do. Start now, I'm telling you. Don't listen to me, laugh. The future will tell all. The subject matter of the big question here is protecting the fruits of your bumbleclad labor. You all have stolen enough. You all have manipulated enough money out of these artists. You all have abused them enough. This is the beginning of the end for your fuckery. Remember me tell you that. You don't believe me? Watch. So, the subject matter is protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. You hear that? Every waste member of every entourage. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. So the first card we have to come out is the Chariot. It says success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. Celebrating your accomplishments. Being in the spotlight. Y'all know I'm an angel, and the trumpet is sounding. Don't listen if you don't want to. The future will tell whether or not I'm chatting shit. Things are changing, whether you want it to or not. And you know what's happening? Things are being put right. Things that have been wrong for too long, they're being put right. So if you know you're in the wrong, this is the sound of doom. This trumpet is sounding your doom. So you need to prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Protect the fruits of your labor. Stop living lavishly by reaping where the fuck you did not sow. You need to save your money. Things are about to get hard for you. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. A time where you stop thief from the artists them. Time where you stop rob them. Yo, nobody talk to me. Do not disturb me. Do not stop me from talking. When I came into this here, me pray to God that God come in and talk. So let God talk. Do not disturb me. I don't care how you feel about what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the truth and it needs to be said. So shut the fuck up and leave me. Do not disturb me. The second card that came out is the Five of Spring. Opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others. Overly ambitious people. That would be all of you who are accustomed to be thieving from the artists them. Stealing from the stars and dimming their light. Killing their passion for their craft. Because they're not free to express themselves. They need to be what you want them to be. All that is about to come to an end. You have no more power. We've been seeing 1111 star breaking away from the industry. And you know what you people do? You people set up all kind of manipulations and whatnot in their life and plant all kind of secret agent for the world to believe that these people are going cuckoo. It's the same trick over and over. And who you don't try to convince the world that they're going crazy, you try to convince the world that they're pedophiles. You try to convince the world that they're murderers. Anybody who want to escape from the industry, just this is the fucking pattern that we've been seeing. All of a sudden they're crazy. All of a sudden they're pedophiles. All of a sudden they're human traffickers. All of a sudden they're this and they're that. But you want me to tell you what? Even if some of these artists are guilty of these things, I know it's the Jews them behind there. The man them in the jacket and tie. Them are the one who start this bullshit. And just like with the case with Angie Stone, Universal Music, and the company that's supposed to register her songs, these artists are the face. These are the scapegoats to hide all the big players them behind the scene. All the dirty heart, dirty minded, dirty old man and old woman. The real human traffickers. The ones who came up with the idea. The real pedophiles who wear the jacket and tie. Mr. and Mrs. Jew. Head of corporation. Big dogs, big bitch in the game. These artists are just the face of the bullshit. You are the creator of the fuckery. We know. So yeah, they might have indulged in some sick things that you helped to encourage them into. But the real people behind the scene who need to take responsibility for all the human trafficking and the pedophiling and all this sodomy and all the other nastiness that y'all be doing. Is you, Mr. Jacket and Tie. We know. All of a sudden, R. Kelly have girl locked up in the closet and whatnot. Why don't we talk about the mothers who sell their daughters to these artists so that they can constantly take a paycheck? These parents knew where their children were. Why don't we talk about that? But you know, artists, it's your fault for getting involved. You should have said no. You have the right to say no. Yes, they're going to fight against you if you say no. But see, which one you prefer? Choose the lesser of the two evils. A rock and a hard place. That's how the game go, period. There's no escaping it. Choose your path and stick to it. But I love young pussy, I love fresh pussy. I love virgin pussy. I love pussy more than I love your life. So all you artists who made these bad decisions to do these things, you deserve to be sitting in the fucking fire too. You did it. So when we say one, we say two. Because somebody can suggest anything to you, you don't have to agree. Yeah, they're going to fight against you if you don't agree. But it's better you go through the fire that way than to go through the fire by agreeing to it. And then people see you in a way that defiles your reputation, your name. Y'all know the type of people that you're dealing with. All of you can't be weak. All of you can't be afraid. Or else when will it ever stop? Life is not sweet for you people. Our superstars. Life is not sweet for you. I know that. And anybody else with half a sense know that. What you claim say you have, you don't have. And the Mr. Jacket and Tie have that. You get the crumbles. Mr. Jacket and Tie eat the bread and give you the crumbs. It's time for it to stop. And nobody can do it for you but you yourself. So when you're ready for that to stop, you'll feel it. When you feel it, pray about it and follow instructions. It's time for it to stop. Time for you to take your power back. Time for you to protect the fruits of your labors. In this second part of your launching. The first part, you could call that school. We're going to call that you had to go through that to learn what you had to learn. You paid a hefty price to learn these lessons. Lessons being how to run a successful music career. Take the good from the bad and use the good to secure a bright future. Your life is not over. You still got your health, you still got your strength, you still have a sound mind. Take care of yourself. And take this opportunity to share yourself, your real self, with your fans. The real you that we fell in love with when we first met you. The you that got you noticed by all these sharks, all these predators. Right. So the underlying issue. So this is all about success that come from dedication. So how do you protect the fruits of your labor? It's all about you dedicating yourself and exercising self-discipline. This is talking about how you care for your physical health, your mental health, care for your support system, your people around you. Because somebody needs somebody sometimes. So don't neglect your people and think that they are not important. That they're not important to your overall well-being. Life is better with people that we love. Okay? So celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight, that's where you belong. You're a star. Stars fucking shine. No matter where you are, you will shine. Can't help it. That's what you were created to do. But God gave us our gifts so that we can multiply them and it can benefit us, not other people. Find a way to make your starship shine for you and those you love, those who love you. Time for you to reap the bulk of the rewards for your own blessing. So then we have opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. So when you're protecting the fruits of your labors, you need to know that there are going to be challenges, opposing goals arising from differing opinions. At the end of the day, if you are the one who is at the head of the operation, you have the last say. But you need to listen to people as well, because 2 brains are better than 1. 3 brains are better than 2. And so on and so on and so on. But make sure the final decision is always yours, if that's your seat. Okay? And who don't like it, maybe they don't belong on your team. Let them go. But at the end of the day, whether you sink or you swim, let it be your decision that got you there, not somebody else's. Do not put yourself in a situation where you can blame other people for your failures or your success. If you are the head of the operation, the final say come from you, but definitely listen to others. Because we don't know everything. Sometimes you can't see everything. So you need a strong, sensible team who want to see you win. But the final decision, they need to understand and respect that it is yours. So any overly ambitious people, they can't be part of your team. Because they're going to always try to override you. Override your decisions. Cause turmoil in your affiliations where there needn't be any. You don't need that. So that's the pathway to protecting the fruits of your labors. You have to set a proper foundation, first of all. Okay? So the underlying issue is protecting the fruits of your labor. Then we have wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. So once you follow those instructions and you set a healthy foundation, your wishes will come true, your dreams will be fulfilled, and you will be experiencing another season of a magical time of life. This time without the monster them on your back. We have the 5 of winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. Something that's not worth the effort, like these Jews and anybody else on your team that's getting paid for nothing. Make sure everybody's getting the money that they actually bumbleclot worth. If they don't like it, let them go. God gonna provide you with the right people who not trying to abuse you. It's for you to open your eyes and hire and fire as you see fit. You're setting a healthy foundation. You are the head. You do the most of the work. If you go out there on stage and you do fuckery, nobody gonna come back to see you next time. So everybody's paycheck relies on your performance. Even the songwriter, they can write a beautiful song, and if you don't perform it with the type of passion that it requires, it won't be received in the way that it could be received. You, the artist, you, the one who actually go out there and put your face in the public, you, everything is on you. You can have the best choreographers behind the screen, and if you go out there and you do not execute properly, you understand? So who deserve the bulk of the pay? Pay yourselves accordingly. Stop the fuckery. And if this means that you need to stop your career completely for a while until you sort out these groundworks, stop it. Do not rush the process, but keep working at it. Because you need to get this right. You are the head. You've learned enough now from these stupid Jews. Take the good and leave the bad. These evil Jews, I should say. They're not stupid. They're just evil. Take the good and leave the bad. So now we have the 5 of summer. It says, trust that there's a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Nobody got time for that. You have the ability to build a strong team, and it is imperative that you build a strong foundational team going forward if you plan to relaunch your career. If you plan to be the one to reap the bulk of the fruits of your labors, finally. You need to make sure you set a firm foundation. And when these people switch, even if they seem like the right person today, when they switch, get them out. When they switch, you switch. And if you need to create a contract that says, for security reasons, effective immediately, if I feel threatened, at my own discernment, I have the power to terminate your contract. Without reasoning, I don't have to tell you fuck all except you're fired. If they can agree to that, or something like that, then we're good to go. So you need to secure yourself in a way that they know you have the motherfucking power here, and they can't come with no lawyer and no suing this and no suing fucking that, because this is about your security. This is about your legacy. And you have the right to hire and fire if you feel if they make you feel uncomfortable, because people will be with you today and somebody else offer them a bigger price tomorrow and they start to sabotage you. Anyhow, you get an inkling that is what they're doing. You have the right to fire them, make them sign it. Whatever you feel is necessary for you to run a successful, healthy business, you construct that contract. They like to give you non-disclosure contracts. You can make up your own too. I don't know much about that part of the business, but I know you can do things. You know more than me. Use your wisdom to secure yourself. Anyhow you feel your security is threatened in any way, they're out of here. And I don't need to talk much to you either. Whether I'm right or wrong, there's a reason why I felt that shit in the first place. You got to go. There's a reason why I suspect you in the first place. You have got to go. So anybody who's choosing to be part of your team, it will be in their best interest to stay away and make sure that their heart is actually for you. They actually want to see you win. Stay away from anybody who is an enemy of your progress. Don't even affiliate yourself with them. As soon as you know that as soon as they know that anybody is an enemy of your progress, they need to just disassociate themselves quick. I'm not gonna be putting money in your pocket and you're coming to sabotage my fucking business because you want my business to fail. We're not living like that. We're not going forward like that. Time for the fuckery to stop. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness. You're not who I thought you were. My bad. You got to go. The next thing we have is let go of the past. An ending that makes way for new opportunities. It's time to move on. Yeah. And take the lessons that you learned from these people that you were around in the past and apply them to your benefit for your future. Protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Conserve your environment, your financial, social, professional, physical, spiritual, mental environment. Yeah, you're the boss. So that's what God wants us to know as it pertains to the big question. It's all about protecting the fruits of your labors. Right. So, dancehall. Bumbleclad. 53 minutes. Oh, excuse me. Let's take a little sippy here. And all of y'all probably need a psychic like me on your team. You need a spiritual advisor on your team. Because this is next level. You need to have the power to see behind the scenes. Right here. So actually, I should get the message for the 144,000 at this time. We're going to do dancehall tomorrow. So dancehall gonna get their own little piece of the video. Dancehall will be part 3. So now we're gonna check on what God wants us to know as it pertains to the 144,000. Okay? So, what's your message for us regarding the 144,000? So who is the 144,000? The 144,000 is the ones who have survived the bullshit. You went through a whole bunch of fuckery and you're still of sound mind. You're still hopeful. You still have a light shining in inside of you for a future. In spite of what you went through, it didn't stop you. It didn't stop your zest for life. You have always been hopeful. Even when you lost your little hope for a bit, once you have that hopefulness, even after all the fuckery that you've been through, that's how you know you're one of the 144,000. Why? It's because the hardships that we go through, those are our lessons that we had to learn so we can teach other people how to overcome them. The reason why we were able to overcome and still remain hopeful is because we are meant to help other people to overcome these challenges. So if you endured a life of being molested in any way and you overcame that, is because God wants you to now help other people to be overcomers as well. The thing is, it's hard, but the truth is, this world is full of evil people. And we were unfortunate enough to be around these evil people and to have become their victim. But the reason why you were made to overcome, you were designed to overcome, you were created to overcome. You were created to be a champion. Overcoming your situation and not allowing your situation to overcome you is because you're one of the 144,000. So that's why people who suffer like a domestic abuse, some of them go on to becoming advocates of teaching women and men how to protect themselves when they've suffered domestic abuse. It's because they're one of the 144,000. They didn't just endure the hardship, overcome it, and try to lock it away in a closet. They actually dedicate themselves. They felt the passion, they felt the calling that, you know what, I don't want nobody else to have to go through this. I don't want nobody else to have as hard of a time as I had trying to figure this shit out by myself. I want to be able to help people. That's how you know you're one of the 144,000. Whatever ugliness you suffered in your past, and you have a passion to assist others in either sidestepping or overcoming these ills, that's how you know you're one of the called, you're one of the chosen. Because you can't teach nobody about nothing that you've never been through. How do you help a rape victim overcome if you have never been violated in that way? How do you help a person to learn how to cook if you don't have no experience in cooking? How do you teach your child to ride a bike if you don't have a clue how to ride a bike? So yes, these situations are hard to face. But you didn't suffer for nothing. We didn't suffer for anything. You see the kind of sufferation that my story come with. The reason why I'm so vocal about this is I want people to understand. Anybody else who is going through anything like what I'm going through, having the size of enemy like I have, I want to be a voice of strength, a voice of hope. I want to remind them that the battle is not ours, the battle is the Lord's. And all we have to do is trust in God and follow instructions, give God the glory and the praise. These people who hate people like me, they don't hate me, they hate the good in me. They hate the God in me. Because if I was behaving in an evil, vile way like them, they wouldn't harass me in this society. Because I would be one of them. But I am not one of them. I am God's child. The same way some people like broccoli and some people don't like broccoli is the same way some people love evil and some people don't love evil. Simple. I don't love evil. I don't know how they can love evil. It's the same way somebody who hate broccoli would be like, I don't know how you can eat that. There's no difference. We are all just who we are. And unfortunately, scratch that word. Good people don't go out there and force evil people to be good. But evil people make it their business to try and manipulate people to be evil. That's why they do so many things to me. They're trying to make me angry. They're trying to make me full of despair so that I can show them my evil side. But the thing is, my friends, I do have an evil side. But I use it for defense, not offense. There's a big difference. You use yours for offense. I don't need to use my evil side for offense. I use my evil side to protect me. The bitch in me is for my protection. Not for me to use it to offend people and disgrace people who don't deserve it. It's for me to use it on people who do deserve it. So I do have evil in me. Everybody have good and evil in them. But it's just how we choose to use the energies. That's the difference. I take no pleasure in offending people. That shit ain't fun. That's just me. I take pleasure in when I do offend someone, I try my best to see how we can make this thing right. That's me. It's just me. You're not like that, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I tell you what, you're going to keep your evil ass out of my way, or else I will fight fire with fire. You push me too much and I feel like, yeah, I've had enough and I'm going to fuck you up. Then yeah, that's what I do. But it takes a lot to push me to that point. And I love myself for that. Because if I was the type of person to get offended quickly and easily, I'd be offended all fucking day, every day. Because these people, they attack me all fucking day, every day. Look at this. You see this? This is a grey patch. My head would have been full of grey hair. I kind of like that patch there though. It look kind of nice. Yes, we like it. But I don't want a whole head of grey hair. Because a whole head of grey hair, when it's caused by stress, it's a bad sign. It means that the stress was getting on top of your head. The stress was conquering you. You were not conquering the stress. I want to conquer the stress. I am a survivor. I am a conqueror under God. I don't want to look like what I'm going through. Although I can't help with my teeth, because that part there, that's a next level thing. And you look in my mouth, you can see what I'm going through. It's all attacks. But I'm a conqueror. In spite of it all. Any battles that I can win, I'm going to win them. And this is why I share my story, even though it make me look like a crazy person. Those who know what I'm talking about, they know I'm not a crazy person. Truth is stranger than fiction when it comes to the real world. So we go through things, the 144,000, we go through hardships because we are capable of overcoming. We were designed to overcome. We were designed to win. So that we can teach other people how to overcome and how to win. So do not be angry at the sufferation that you had to endure in your earlier days. Don't be angry. Because there are other people, your parts of your brothers and sisters of the human family. They're relying on you. And you can only help them to overcome once you have overcome. Because we not only have to get ourselves out of these situations physically, we also have to help ourselves to escape mentally. That's the hard part. Now they talk about trauma, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. That shit is real. That's the hardest part. The hardest part is not going through these abuses. The hardest part is allowing ourselves to let go mentally, psychologically. Because all when your attacker is dead and gone, they could still live on in your mind. Anybody who expressed something remotely similar to whatever they did to you, a part of you clam up quick. So we have to not only get ourselves physically out of these ugly situations, we have to train ourselves to let go so we can escape psychologically. There will always be some remnants as far as I see, because I've been through my own trauma. Not just this that I'm dealing with the secret society, the wannabe Illuminati people, the world domination, we want to rule the whole world people. It's not just this. I had my own personal traumas that I went through growing up. And I had to overcome them as well. Okay? Because when I see something remotely similar, it's like it put me right back in that spot, like the shit is happening right now. And that's something that happened to me years ago. So there will always be some remnants of the fuckery. But it's mind over matter. We need to exercise the power to control our mind and not, well, control our thoughts and not allow our thoughts to control us. Self-mastery. That's what this is all about. Period. Life is all about self-mastery in its entirety. That's the absolute goal. Self-mastery. Only allow yourselves to get into situations that you want to get into. Alchemy. Magician. You create the kind of life that you want to create. Because you're disciplined like that. If I say you're not going to make me upset, you're not going to make me upset. Because I got shit to do. I don't have time to spend all day upset after some shit that you tried to do to me or some crap that you said to me. I run this. You don't get to draw no strings and make me dance to the beat of your fucked up drum. Self-mastery. So if you didn't know, now you know. So who is the 144,000? Those who appreciate and work for self-mastery. For the right reasons. Those who refuse to be conquered by life. Ooh. Okay. Survivors. That's the 144,000. So, regarding the 144,000, the message, we got the Mother of God. It says, I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. So let's break down those words. It says, I am blessed. To be blessed is to be an overcomer. To be blessed is to succeed even though all the fucking odds are stacked against you. To be blessed is to be a miracle. People don't understand, like, we did this and we did that. That usually works on, it worked on this person, that person, that person, that person. We tried all the tricks on this one and nothing is working. That's how you know you're blessed. It's not that they don't launch the attacks. It's that shit don't stop you. It's like somebody trying a big fist in your face, and when it come close to you, it just hit you like, whoop. And they come in with so much power, and when it did connect to you, it just felt like cotton candy. I'm a survivor. Life don't govern me, I govern life. I am not what my circumstances dictate I should be, according to how society wants us to see these things. Just because my loved one died, it doesn't mean I have to cry. It doesn't mean I have to give up on life. Yeah, I love them and I miss them, but fucking hell, crying hurts. I prefer to see them in a good light, know that they're in a better place, and they would want me to create a better life for myself because they loved me. So they're not going to want to watch me cry after them for months and months and months and months. They love me. They want to see me taking care of myself, taking care of my children, taking care of my home. But remember them. Honor them. Appreciate them. Never forget them. But don't let that tragedy hold me down. In society, they train us to mourn for time and time and time and time. And they want to dictate how long you should mourn for. So if you choose to mourn for 2 minutes, they call you cold and wicked. 2 minutes is what I can afford, bruv. I have high blood pressure. How about that? If I allow myself to feel sad and forsaken and defeated for too long, it just bring on my high blood pressure symptoms. I'm only making it worse for myself. The best thing I could do is to change my mindset and allow myself to feel peace. For my health. You want to come judge me because I don't behave or respond to something the way that you feel I should respond, because that's how society say. The majority respond like this. How come you respond so different? How about you mind your fucking business? I am me. Everybody not built the same. Everybody don't have the same threshold for pain and suffering. Some people are better at it. Put that in your psychological journal. And make sure everybody know. Mind your fucking business. Stop judging people. This is not a one size fits all event. We all are who we all are. You like broccoli, I don't. Mind your business. Okay, so that's the blessed part. So my courage gives birth to the divine. My courage gives birth to the divine. So courage. Let's let the dictionary define courage. We're not going to assume COUPQRSTU. Courage. Ability to face danger or pain without fear. That's what courage is. My courage, my ability to face danger or pain without fear. Gives birth to the divine. Now, what is the divine? That is God Almighty. So your courage to face pain and danger without fear, it gives birth to God. It manifests God on earth. It manifests the God in you. That's why some people could be stalked, and the stalker end up being the one suffering the hardest. Who tell you to stalk me? You thought I was one of them little weak bitches? You thought I'd be curling up in the gun like, oh, don't hurt me now, bitch, I'ma fuck you up. That's giving birth to the divine. I didn't allow the danger or the fear to stop me or cripple me. Yeah, I'm afraid. Yeah, I know this is a dangerous situation, but I'm no quitter. And that gives way for us to manifest the God in us. Yeah, I know if I stand up to you, you will kick me out of your house. But that don't mean I'm allow you to take advantage of me. I'm still going to stand up to you. So kick me out your house now. And you know what? God is going to look after me. Because me standing up to you, treating me like shit, was me giving birth to the divine. That's calling upon God without even calling upon God. God help those who help themselves. Are you understanding this mathematics 144,000? Your courage gives birth to the divine. Do not allow yourself to be governed by fear. Do not allow yourself to be crippled by danger. Fuel your life by faith. Fuel your life because you know you deserve better. You don't deserve to suffer this way. Stand up for your own honor. So our courage gives birth to the divine. And what's the divine? The divine is the God in us. And God ultimately is mastery. Master. Master. So it all boils down to the same thing. Self-mastery. Because this is what the enemy uses to stop us. So you would decide that you're going to run your own business now, your own music business. They're going to make it hard for you. You know they're going to make it hard for you. They're going to threaten the people you want to work with so that they don't want to work with you. Once you become an enemy of these Jews, the people who come under their command, they become enemies of you too. Some of them will overcome, some of them will choose to remain subject to these Jews. Your task is to find those who are the overcomers like you. Keep searching. Don't give up. They're out there. It's time for us to link up. It's time for us to link up and take our power back. Not everybody is afraid. Yes, we know it's dangerous. But our courage is going to give birth to the divine. The God in us. That which made us stars in the first place. It's the God in you that made you so incredible and got you noticed in the first place. You were hit by the lyrical God. You were favored by the vocal God. The God of music. Don't tell me that's Lucifer. We're talking about the God of creation. We not deal with secondary gods. We're going right up to the top. Headmaster. So don't tell me that Lucifer is the God of music. God is the God of Lucifer and God is the God of music. Fuck that. We're going straight to the divine. So the underlying issue we have here, 144,000, is the Buddha of enlightened action. Enlightened action. That means I know what I'm doing. What I'm doing may not make sense to you, but I know what I am doing. It's for me to know and for you to find out eventually. You don't need to understand my actions. There's method to my seeming madness. I don't need to tell you my every move. The Buddha of enlightened action. Don't just watch what I do and judge me. If you really want to know, ask me. If I want to tell you, I'll tell you. If it's time to tell you. But just know that every action I take, there's reasoning behind it, not insanity. The Buddha of enlightened action. It says, my soul informs my every step. That's called divine guidance. My soul informs my every step. All when you don't have the reasoning, you follow your vibe. It's like, I'm gonna do this because it just feels right. I don't really know why I'm doing this, but it feels like I should be doing this. I don't know why I want to work with this person, but I feel like I should work with this person. I don't know why this person need to go, but I feel like I'm gonna send them away. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. So that's talking about that niggling feeling when things just keep reoccurring, like you have the same dream over and over, or you have the same inclination over and over. You're wondering, why do I keep wanting to go down that road? Why do I keep wanting to go into this shop? Why do I keep wanting to talk to that person? Why do I keep wanting to watch this movie? Why do I keep wanting to eat that food? Follow your vibe. Because your soul informs your every step. 144,000. Your soul informs your every step. And you should do what your heart compels you to do. Once you do the thing, eventually the answer will come to you as to why you were feeling so pulled to do that. Like when I sometimes when I come to do these readings, I don't intend to do any reading for the day, but then something I feel a pull, like I would just come and sit down and turn on the camera, not have a clue what I'm supposed to be doing. What's the topic? I don't know. Why am I here? I don't know. All I know is I felt compelled to come and turn on the bumper clock camera, and everything will work itself out. If I have to wait for 10 minutes before God give me the next instruction, we're going to sit here together. Follow your vibe. 144,000. And that's including you artists. Some of you are some of the 144,000. You overcame the ills of the music industry for a reason. Exactly what that reason is, you will know when the time comes. Your heart will compel you to do and be. Don't rush it. Right now, your job is to look after your health, look after yourself, mental health. So look after your physical health, your mental health, your family, your friends, those who love and support you. Keep in contact with your fans, even if you're not making any music. Use your social media to reach out to your fans and keep your fans engaged with you. Remind us that you love us, and we will reach out and remind you that we love you too. As you regather your strength, as you catch your second wind, we're waiting. Because we know this next music wave, we're going to find back something that the music business has lost. We don't want this new shit. Shit. We don't care how new shit is. We don't want shit. You guys have grown so much. You've experienced so much. You have a lot to tell us about. And we want to hear your story. Put it in your music. Share your highs and your lows with us. Matter of fact, I'm going to do one little extra thing for this reading, and then we're going to close out this one. So I made a music deck. I don't know what message wants to come from this deck. This is from me now. This is from Chanel. I just thought I'd drop this extra little zing on the... So talking to our artists. What's your message, Most High? What do they need to know right now from this deck to help them to become successful in their new wave? Those who choose to continue their career and just relaunch and be a success all over again. Yeah, the party don't stop. Shit. What messages from this deck will benefit them at this time? Ooh, okay. You gonna keep that? All right. Ooh, so at the bottom of the deck, first thing we got think international. So this is the subject matter of what God is about to tell you. Think international. So you're not doing small time. Okay, the second wave is gonna be big time. All right? Right. So think international. Right. Okay. So the first card that we had to fall out during the shuffle was change your image. New era, new you. There's nobody to tell you who to be this time around. You get to share you with us. Liberate yourself, free yourself, and be the glorious you that you were created to be. The you that they've been trying to get you to hide for so long. Let him or her out and say, yeah, actually, this is who I am. And do not worry about your fan base, because those who are truly connected to the real you, they will gravitate towards you. Build it and they will come. Because if you were somebody else at this stage of your career, if you're a different person in the future, your new person may not be resonating with this current fan base. Don't worry about it. Starting from the bottom is cool. Do you. Build it and they will come. So the first thing to do is change your image into who you actually want to share with the world. The version of you that you want to share with the world. Even if it's another character. Even if it's not the real you. Just do what you want to give us. What you're comfortable with. Because it's nice to have an alter ego. I have an alter ego. Her name is Survivor. As a superstar, as a star, as an artist, as a producer, it's good to have an alter ego, because it kind of reminds yourself that this is the entertainer me. This is the extra me. When I'm Chanel, I'm mommy, I'm sister, I am wife or girlfriend, I am cousin, family vibes. I'm not on the stage at that point. But when you see me turn on Survivor, shit. Survivor will take over the whole spotlight and then say sorry when she finish. Okay? And I have a legal permit to do so because I'm a star. Okay? So if you don't like it, just step the fuck back and leave me. I ain't trying to offend you. I'm just trying to be my great self. I'm trying to share how great I am with the world. You don't like it? I'm sorry it made you upset. But how about you work on your greatness? So we can be great together. Superstar power. Shit. It's not a competition. We are family. Don't be jelly. Search for your greatness. Let's be great together. Let's make this money. Okay? Let it go. Okay. Moving on. Next message. So we got sing about the ugly reality of that subject. It says talk the things them. So the song don't always have to be pretty. The song don't always have to be palatable by people. You're teaching people life is not always peaches and cream, unicorns and rainbows, lollipops and ice cream. Some ugly shit happen. Okay? And the next card we have sing about your culture, the bad and the good, historically, present day, and futuristic, so what you hope it to be. So sing about your culture, whatever you have grown to know, whatever life you've been living. It says, sing about your culture, the bad and the good. So give credit where credit due. And rip that shit apart when it needs to be ripped down and rebuilt. Okay? So historically, like what it used to be, present day, what it is now, and futuristic, what you hope for it to be. So these are like ideas for your music. So first thing is change your image. Don't hesitate to sing about the ugliness, cause your regular fans don't have a problem with listening to the ugly side of reality. Shit gets hard sometimes. People act a fool sometimes. It's okay. Cause sometimes we got somebody acting a fucking fool in our lives too, and your song is just gonna hit that shit home for us like, yeah, bruv. So you have to make sure that that hook hit universally. Think internationally. The lyrics, it could be your personal experience. We'll just change your lyrics to fit our situation. Call the names of our enemies of our progress in that person's name. So in that space. So if you're singing a song about somebody who betrayed you or something and you call their name or something, we'll just put the name of our betrayer in there and we enjoy the music same way. But the hook, the chorus, has to be universal. You understand? Something that we can. You want to hear the people, I can hear the people in the arena right now sing out. Okay? So, think international, right? So, let's see what else came out. We got the one you're not normal. Recommended that you be outside the box. So, fuck what's the norm. Fuck what's accepted. Fuck what people are used to. This is me. I know it's new. It might take you a while to even decide if you like it or not. But this is me and this is what I want to share with you. This is not something normal. This is not something that you're used to from me. But this is a side of me, a piece of me that I want to share with you, my fans. This is part of who I truly am. This is part of what I've always wanted to do. And here we are. So this is build it and they will come. So then you find yourself gathering new fans. So you'll have the old fans and you'll be expanding, because now you're reaching out to people who actually resonate with the real you as a star. Do you understand? So don't stay within the confines of what you feel safe with. Venture out, spread out, build it and they will come. You might lose some, but you're going to gain the right ones. The ones who accept you for just who you are. That's what you want, because that's where you'll be happiest. You want to feel the energy in that room. You remember what that's like. It will happen again. Right. And then we got focus on a new single. So yeah. So it doesn't have to be a whole CD full of these things. Just take a shot. Just take a shot. Just do like a trial to see how your fans receive it, or how the rest of the world respond to this out of the box version of you. It's just like, who the hell knew Beyonce would be doing fucking country music? Who the hell knew that Andre 3000 would be getting into flute music? It's not for everybody, but if that's something that resonates with their soul, then they have collected a even larger fan base that care about that side, that like that side of them. Do you understand? So it's hard to step out, okay, because you already got a great thing going, and it's like you don't want to rock the boat and make your fans feel like you're fucking losing the plot. We get it. But you have your social media. Introduce your fans. Tell them what you're working on. Tell them, yo, this one is gonna be strange. But I really wanted to share a piece of another side of me with you guys, and I hope you like it. Okay? So yeah, focus on a new single. So you don't need to do a whole record of it, but just do a little thing here and there. You know? Like Like it's like the raindrops. Just start with a little drizzle, and then you will know how to, maneuver yourself as you go along. But your craft is an outlet for you to free your soul. So it's like, who knew you fucking are a great artist? Jim Carrey, I think Jim Carrey, he's an artist. He's part of Jim Carrey. It's another forum for him to free himself. So even if this isn't music, which we hope it's music, but just just be yourself. Just set yourself free. And share it with us, because you'll be surprised as to how we fuck with it. It kind of, it doesn't take away from your stardom, but it kind of humanizes you, and that's what's been missing, is being relatable. It's like I got a little extra oomph of something, but at the core we're the same. But I do have an extra oomph of something. I got a little extra serving of something when God was passing out things. When God was passing out blessings and talents and stuff, I got a little extra share. When God was passing out eccentricity and abnormalities and all that stuff, I got a little extra serving, okay? But at the core, I'm just like you. And that's what makes me a superstar, is because I got an extra little zing of this thing, you know? So, yeah, let's see, at the bottom of the deck, we got the world needs to hear your view, okay, on homosexuality. What do you really think about anal sex? What do you really, yeah, I can feel y'all switching off the lights, like, I ain't fucking touching that subject, really. Okay, no problem. Those of you who want to touch that subject, those of you who feel pulled to touch that subject, I suggest that you touch that subject. You were created to touch the subject. Okay? And we got make songs for working out or exercise. Yeah. So those are gonna be like the dancing songs, the happy tunes, bruv. Okay? And let's see what comes. Select a news article and use it as the subject matter for your next project. So these are all songwriting ideas. Okay? Shit that's relevant. Oh, and here we go. Sing song for children's parties. Somebody need to take up this role here, because the children don't have no music of their own. People call you childish if they want to. It don't matter. All of us have children. And what the fuck do you want your child to actually listen to? Make it, so that everybody else's child can enjoy it too. I beg. Don't watch how it contrasts with who you are, even if you're a hardcore rapper. If you feel like making a good kids tune that your children can bounce to, you're the dude for the job. You are the girl for the job. Do the shit. The children need to have fun too. It's ridiculous. We got them jamming to all these grown folk bullshit music, and then when they grow up to be fucking waste man and waste gal, don't understand what they should know at the core, but they know about sex and they know about, come on, that's not okay. You can use your rap beat, but put words on there that children should be listening to. Stop playing adult music at kids' parties. It's gonna confuse your children, and then when they act like hoes and when they act like dickheads, you wanna be upset with them and punish them. Not realizing that that's what you were creating for them psychologically by the music that you listen to, the music that you sing along to. They're thinking, yeah, this is good stuff. They don't know any better. And then we got, don't let the saboteurs or enemies of your progress interrupt your focus. And we're going to stop it right there. So do you. Do whatever you feel called in your soul to do. We are waiting. Okay, so we got, this is not your season. Wait to to focus on a whole new album. So right now, God says, focus on some singles. Do some little testers. Don't work on a whole album yet. Let it drizzle. Okay, let it drizzle and watch the scene, and you know how to manipulate the situation so that you get the best results. Okay, it's a strategy to this thing. So don't take a big bite, just take a little nibble. Okay? And we got, you've been granted divine authority to be controversial. You got special anointment to be controversial. Yeah, so if you feel pulled to talk about homosexuality for what the fuck it actually is, just know that you were called to do this. 144,000 superstar. Fuck the world and what they think about you. A lot of them ain't being honest anyway. Somebody's gotta tell the truth. So we got prayer is needed in this situation. So whatever situation you've been granted divine authority in, just pray before you do it, innit? And trust that God is guiding you every step of the way. God will be protecting you every step of the way. Why? Because you're representing the Most High. That's who you're representing. When you speak the truth, when you do the right thing, you're a representation of God on earth. Your courage gives birth to the divine. And that's where we're gonna end this. That's how music go, bro. That's how music goes. Sing about your experience, good, bad, and ugly. So, thank you guys so much for joining me on this one, and look out for part 3 tomorrow, dancehall, because I feel like the dancehall one would have been long, and it just feels right to do it for tomorrow's video. So you can, if you're interested in that, look out for that coming tomorrow, because I want to know what the hell God, oh, this one is just going to be a mad one. How many of you think it's going to be a mad one? I believe it's going to be somewhat mad. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So we're going to find out tomorrow. We're going to find out tomorrow. So thank you guys again. Until next time, my darlings, take care.